Did you know that the year 2024 has been the warmest on record?
Do you know that human activities contributes the most, the most, to climate change?
We interviewed the people of Târgu Jiu to find out what they know about climate change and if it is within their priorities.
And this is what we found.
Test 210.
Think about ecology, climate change, and are you interested in that?
Do you separate trash at home?
Which was the last eco-friendly product that you used?
Do you think that Târgu Jiu is a clean city?
Do you know what carbon footprint is?
Do you feel any anxiety about this issue?
Try to interview people in the street and in the city center to have ideas of how people feel about ecology and how they are into ecology in Târgu Jiu.
Finding answer is very hard.
Okay, we try so hard and told the people go like.
We went around looking for answers. After many hours, we found some people kind enough to participate. Most of our interviews were made between the ages of 18 to 21.
Most of them.
Super nice. Hi. Hello.
What do you think about ecology, climate change, and are you interested in that?
A subject that needs to be learned by everyone. It should be taught in school.
Not much. I've heard it's bad, but that's about it.
I don't know, global warming with carbon emissions and
the climate is very important because it is about everything that surrounds us. The grass, the air that we breathe, the trees that gives us fruits.
I mean, I know about climate change, that like the temperature is too high and fires are starting, but I'm not really interested in it.
ecologie.
Da, ecologia climei.
Ecologia climei. Gen climate change sau ce? About climate change, I don't think it's good.
And the climate change is starting to get worse.
You have something to say?
No. You use second-hand products?
Yes.
Like what?
I don't have now.
Okay,
but
you have also clothes
yes,
from
and
second-hand. It's very good.
Okay.
All the time. All the time. Like you buy a lot of second-hand products for electronics?
Yeah, I do have second-hand clothes. Yeah.
And do you know what fast fashion is?
Nah.
Yes.
How do you?
Sometimes I buy more second-hand clothes than new clothes.
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay. So what do you think? Is Târgu Jiu clean?
It's clean enough. Like other cities are more miserable than this.
Depends where you go. Depends. For example. Here, yes. Yeah.
I mean, it's not really a clean city. There's a lot of garbage, but I mean, it's alright for now, but there are things to change.
That's a little bit, but it's good.
Yes, not really clean, but yeah, it's pretty okay. It's not bad.
It is cleaner than most cities, but Gorj as a whole is very clean. But Târgu Jiu as a city is not that clean. Many people throw things on the ground. It's not very respected. The rules.
In the last years, Târgu Jiu got a little bit more clean. But I remember when I was little, living in Târgu Jiu, it wasn't very clean. But as you can see, the parks and the streets got a little bit cleaner.
Do you know how we can improve that? How we can make Gorj or Târgu Jiu a cleaner place? By not throwing things around.
Yeah. To start teaching people to throw trash in the trash bin. It would be the first thing that everyone needs to learn, not throw everything on the ground.
We can add more trashes in the city where people can
Throw up.
I believe that we can sort trash a little bit better. We need more trash cans, even though there are quite a few in this area. on the street that I just came from, I have not seen a trash bin. The big trash bins were people that live.
Do you try to separate trash at home?
Sometimes, yeah, like plastic from paper, from sometimes, but not anytime because we usually just throw it all.
Sometimes, not every time, but I know it's good to separate the trash because it's easier for the men that take the trash.
Yes, I do try to separate trash at home. My mom taught me that it's very good for the environment since I was a little kid. I sort papers and biodegradable.
Yes, sure, some. Not plastic from other things, yes, but not all.
Like not food waste from the other
Yes.
trash. Okay, you should try it. It's a good thing for the environment.
Do you know if the Romania is doing something to be greener?
I don't know. Romania, I guess we grow up green energy like solar, like the sun.
In policies, we are starting to improve a little bit few things. For example, at the personal level, each person can implement a project which is called Casa Verde, the greenhouse. So you can apply for funds from the government in order to install solar panels on the roof of your building. Also, this kind of program it's valid also for the companies called Electric App. So you can install solar panels and also create stations for charging the electrical cars. Here in our region we have the Just Transition program, which aims to transform a little bit this region from a polluting industry like the coal mines into some green industries and green businesses. And I think even the level of the energy produced in Romania is now increased. For example, in our region we have the coal mines that were producing 30% of the energy, but now they reduced till 10%. So the other types of energy are produced in a green. I think with small steps, but in a clear direction, we are starting to improve.
Feel anxiety about ecology and climate change? Do you feel eco-anxious?
Yes, I do feel a little bit anxious.
No.
It's not something like so important in my life, so I don't think about it then.
Yes, a bit, because we are destroying our own planet, and it's not good for us.
We are not anxious about this, but aware and worried.
On a scale from 1 to 10, 10 is like you are super anxious and 1 is you don't really care. Which number would you use?
8.
4.
5.
5.
8.
Maybe a 6.
I will answer like 8.
7, strong 7.
As we went around, we didn't only find young people. We also could interview some of the community's elders and get their answers.
Bună ziua!
Câți ani aveți?
68.
Și ce profesie aveți?
Inginer de meserie, dar acum sunt la pensie.
Știți despre schimbările climatice și despre ecologie?
Da, văd că clima din ce în ce e schimbătoare, nu știm cum să ne mai îmbrăcăm, odată e cald, odată e rece și asta denotă că deja clima a început să se schimbe și nu mai este așa cum era acum câțiva ani de zile.
Acasă, când sunteți împărțiți gunoiul în mai multe secțiuni, una pentru mâncare, pentru plastic.
Da, împărțim sticlele într-o parte, mâncarea și cu celelalte gunoi într-o altă parte, pentru că avem acele boxe care le aruncăm și trebuie să le separăm.
Cumpărați haine des?
Nu prea, mai mult second, pentru că hainele de la magazin sunt peste măsura noastră de a putea să cumpărăm, întrucât salariile și pensiile sunt foarte mici.
Deci cumpărați mai mult de la second hand-uri?
Da.
Acela este un lucru foarte bun.
Da, sunt haine bune, sunt haine care într-adevăr le folosim și noi și copiii noștri și merită toată atenția.
Se pare că Târgu Jiu, Gorj, e un loc curat?
nu prea este curat, întrucât observ că cei de la conducere încă nu au luat măsurile necesare pentru ecologia parcurilor și a străzilor din oraș.
Cum ați putea schimba acest lucru, să faceți orașul mai bun, mai curat?
Asta înseamnă că trebuie să fim uniți, să comunicăm și să ajungem la un consens cu primăria și cei care se ocupă de aceste parcuri, să putem să le renovăm și să le aducem la standardele europene.
Didn't get an interview with the European Union, but we got an interview with the Vice Mayor of Târgu Jiu.
12:30 we can go the Rathaus of English.
Okay, city town hall.
Okay.
City town hall.
And he can respond to the questions.
Oh, okay.
We have an important person. We have to go there.
What do you think and what do you know about ecology and climate change?
I'm the president of the Green Party.
Oh, okay. Explain to us briefly what is for you climate change and what do you think about that?
Zona în care trăim este o zonă afectată de provocări atât climatice cât și de schimbări ale mediului înconjurător, datorită industrializării, schimbarea destinației terenurilor, pierderea pădurilor, cursurilor de apă au dus și am văzut cu ochii noștri au dus la schimbări climatice. Deci uneori când cei care spun că este o invenție asta, că nu există o schimbare climatică și nu există o încălzire globală, noi vedem aici că s-a schimbat în ultimii ani.
Do you think that Târgu Jiu is clean or do you think that it can be cleaner and do you think it can also be greener?
Sigur. Este important pentru noi și mai ales că în urma acordului Green Deal zona noastră beneficiază de un fond de tranziție justă și atunci este o oportunitate pentru a accesa fonduri și a veni în sprijinul mediului de afaceri, al organizațiilor non-guvernamentale, al proiectelor verzi.
Could we recycle more and like separate trash in Romania?
În cazul de față, în Târgu Jiu se implementează acest proiect, se montează aceste sisteme de colectare selectivă de plastic, sticlă, fier, partea de resturi vegetale care poate genera compost. Foarte mult în puterea exemplului, adică primul investitor care va accesa fondul în acest sens, va aduce după sine ca tot sistemul să fie pus în perioadă. Eu văd într-un termen foarte scurt, pentru că legislația ne obligă. Calculele mele făcute, de exemplu, oferta mea, programul meu politic, verde pentru Târgu Jiu, ne-a arătat că putem crea chiar un număr semnificativ de locuri de muncă, fiind cam de 70-80 de locuri de muncă, ceea ce pentru Târgu Jiu înseamnă. Iar mai departe avem nevoie de o legislație, această economie circulară. Pentru mine, mie mi-a plăcut foarte mult, de exemplu, legea din Franța este o lege specială pentru asociația Emmaüs, unde prin valorificarea hainelor, componentelor electronice second hand, de aceea am susținut ca la Târgu Jiu să avem parteneri această fundație, amicii Emmaüs. În acest moment administrează o platformă mobilă veche sau de deșeurile textile, care de la 1 ianuarie avem obligația de a le colecta. În România ne confruntăm cu o problemă, ce facem cu ele după ce le colectăm. Și nu există mai departe în acest lanț un investitor care să le pună în valoare. Ori ca vândă ceea ce mai să revândă, ceea ce se poate revinde, să facă lavete sau cârpe de șters pentru industria, le place pentru a deveni un amestec cu reziduri vegetale, material combustibil.
How do you feel about climate change? Are you anxious about that on a scale from 1 to 10? How anxious are you with all of that, the climate change and global warming? Thank you so much.
So let's go for a brief recap
with some important information on climate change. Thanks to the study of ice caps, we know that climate has always varied. As we can observe on this graph, in the last 100,000 years, the average temperature follows cycling changes due to natural variations as solar system cycle. However, since 1950, we have observed huge modifications and differences in the speed of temperature changes. These changes are way more important, faster, and previously unseen. With this world time-lapse, we can become aware of how striking the temperature change is. But what are the reasons for these previously unseen changes? Since the 19th century and the Industrial Revolution, we have been burning fossil fuels as coal, oil, and gas. After World War II, this use increased significantly along with deforestation. Both activities release large amounts of CO2 into the atmosphere.
The problem with CO2 is that it stays in the atmosphere for centuries, and it contributes to global warming by trapping the Earth's heat. This is part of what we call greenhouse gases. We also release other greenhouse gases as methane from intensive animal farming and nitrous oxide from fertilizers. These emissions have elevated the average global temperature by 1.1 degree over the past decade compared to the 19th century. In 2024, the increase approached 1.5 degree. This significant rise has resulted in numerous impacts. Let's see some of them. First, extreme climate changes as floods, heat waves, storms, wildfires. Then, the rising sea levels. The sea level has risen by more than 20 centimeters in the last 100 years. Also, decreased agriculture production. Extreme events will make it harder to produce enough food, potentially leading to conflict. Next, the loss of biodiversity. For example, 50% of the Great Barrier Reef has already disappeared because of climate change. And finally, impact on human health. All the consequences directly or indirectly affect our health and quality of life.
The future of the Earth and the climate isn't completely written. We can still mitigate the impacts for our future. But to avoid this, we need to drastically change the trajectory of our emissions. Our choices today will impact us and future generations, shaping their ability to adapt to a changing world.
In Târgu Jiu and elsewhere, we can see another impact of human activities, plastic and trash pollution. In Romania, the recycling rate is increasing annually, but currently stands at only 12%, significantly lower than the EU average of 44%. Indeed, in the world, almost 80% of all plastic ever produced ends up in the environment, mostly in the oceans. The issue is that the plastic pollution is harmful for biodiversity, especially for aquamarine animals, and as you can imagine, chickens as well. Each second, 250 kilograms of waste is thrown in the ocean.
Humans also eat plastics because of the microplastic pollution. We eat more than a plastic credit card per week. Imagine how harmful it is for our health. Recycling is important and can be a key for the green transition. But the most important is to drastically reduce plastic production and plastic consumption. For this festival, we chose to focus on climate change and plastic pollution. But these are only two aspects of the consequences of human activities. Fixing these two issues won't be enough. The problem is that our way of living is not sustainable, especially in our countries. Transforming it is an emergency. If you want to learn more about it, refer to the posters we made.